Albany in lane 8.
Now, Richard's certainly the most naturally talented of the field, but this isn't her event. PR of 2:10.11 earlier this year, but an outstanding 5K runner. She'll do the double tomorrow and trusts herself to win that 5K, even having after running 800, God bless her. Keep an eye on Layden as well, her teammate, the sophomore, 2:12.24 this year. She's run 2:11.5, but only run 2 races this spring coming into this meet.
Gary Gardner said that Richards may have benefited from quarantine. She just locked in, and it was her, Izzy Giesing, and the rest of their distance crew that just all lived together, trained together, quarantined together. They were just all together all the time, and he said that Kaylee really raised the bar for his whole group.
For someone who looks up to Molly Huddle and Mary Kane, I mean, hard to get much better role models than that. And she listed them as her biggest athletic influences, 2 excellent American long middle distance / distance runners. And taking short order here is Richards. She's not going to take the pace, nor should she in an 800. And I would expect tomorrow, if she does make the final, to see her trailing off the back early on, because she's going to be the strongest of the field, but maybe doesn't have that 400-meter speed of some of these other athletes.
Final 400 of the third heat here.
Yeah, trail off the back through the first 4, and then she'll start to walk people down.
Richard's certainly one of the best stories, or most talked about stories, that 2019 meet. It was fun to watch her in that. UNH has won this event for the last 5 years.
Michael, this is where we were talking about earlier, how helpful is it to know what you need to do? You have 2 teammates who were training partners all through quarantine. They probably looked at each other right before this race and said, we got to make it fast. Let's get through, because if you break 2:15, you're through, and that's well within the capability for both of them, as they've pretty much led this one wire to wire.
2 Riverhawks towards the end. That's Richards in front. No surprise there. Layden right with her.
Richards just needs to measure herself here. She'll get the auto without having to exert herself too much further, and Layden there, who's just run 2:13 high, will certainly go through to the final.
Carmela Culhane right behind her. Junior from Binghamton trots in. Get the final times on this women's 800.
Next time someone tells you track isn't a team sport, watch that race. They knew exactly what they needed to do. They worked together to do it, and they pulled it off.